Climate change is one of the greatest challenges of our time. Every country and every citizen has a role to play in tackling it. The UK has taken a world-leading approach, the Climate Change Act. It requires the UK to steadily reduce its harmful greenhouse gas emissions and hit legally binding carbon targets. By 2050, total UK emissions must fall by at least 80% compared to 1990 levels. We've made real progress so far. Emissions are down by more than 40% since 1990, while our economy has grown by over 65%. This is the best performance of any G7 country. But plenty of challenges remain. Emissions in transport are rising. Sales of all new petrol and diesel cars and vans must be phased out by 2040. UK buildings account for around 20% of emissions. We must improve energy efficiency and shift to low-carbon sources of heating. We must continue to invest in low-carbon sources of electricity and develop plans for carbon capture and storage technology. And we must find new ways to drive down emissions from agriculture and land use. In 2017, the UK government published its Clean Growth Strategy, setting out the next phase of action. If delivered in full and on time, the strategy will support deeper emissions cuts and the shift towards a low-carbon economy. It could mean up to 2 million UK jobs in this sector over the next decade, as well as cleaner air, warmer homes and quieter streets. But the strategy doesn't go far enough. Further work is needed to meet the UK's climate change targets and to prepare the ground for enhanced climate action in line with the Paris Agreement. Current proposals will need to be fleshed out, and wider action will be needed from the government, households, business and industry. Together, we can all help to secure the UK's position as a global climate change leader and seize the opportunities of the low-carbon transition.
This is the Asian century. Over the next 2 decades, 2/3 of energy use growth will be here in the Asia Pacific.
Australia is uniquely placed to play a major role in decarbonising growth in Asia. This decarbonisation will be essential if we are to avoid catastrophic climate change.
Solving climate change is a tremendous challenge, but there are enormous opportunities through technologies that are already available and new technologies that are in the pipeline. We'll be researching new ways to design a 100% renewable electricity grid in Northwest Australia using solar, wind and pumped hydro or battery storage.
Large-scale renewable developments in northwestern Australia have enormous potential to meet the growing needs for clean and cheap electricity in neighbouring countries.
Coal dominates the electricity mix of many countries in the Asia Pacific. We will do the policy research to underpin new frameworks for uptake of wind and solar energy.
We're researching new ways to produce electricity, hydrogen and refined metals in zero carbon ways. This includes hydrogen produced directly from sunlight and ways of refining metals that use electricity and hydrogen.
Harnessing Australia's natural potential is a challenge that requires an interdisciplinary approach and collaboration with government, industry and communities. We will research how to ensure that these benefits are shared, particularly with Indigenous communities in the northwest of Australia. This research will underpin Australia's contribution to providing clean and affordable energy to the fastest growing region in the world.